for the launch of this financial opportunity center for our community. That adjective "our" is really key here. And I really want you all to hear that. This center came together through the unified efforts of all of us, our individual and corporate and government funders, our volunteers, staff, United Way leadership, and our outstanding community leaders. So when you hear the word United Way or our spoken today, please know that it refers to all of you and everyone in this community who made this place happen. And it's a fantastic facility. So, please give yourselves a round of applause for their launching. So, our United Way has been focused on investing in the well-being of children from 0 to 5 years old. Our mission represents a commitment to ensure that all young children in our communities attain better educational outcomes and a healthier, brighter, and more successful future. Too many children aren't getting a healthy start to life. Too many see empty cupboards and refrigerators daily. Too many experience housing insecurity. Too many are struggling in elementary school. Our work together, aims to turn this around in our community. Our United Way invests over $3.7 million in initiatives to improve early life experiences of children living in families with the greatest need for resources and support, but without the access to critical help. Copies of our 2022 report to the community and 2023 year in review are available today in the waiting room. They look like this, and so please, before you leave today, grab a copy for yourself and take a look through it. Research informs us that children have better outcomes when they grow up in economically stable households and their essential needs are met. Our FOC is a keystone to increasing the financial stability of vulnerable families by helping them navigate their journey to stability and opportunity. The FOC model is evidence-based with proven outcomes. This FOC will use this model to engage clients in 3 core service areas: connecting people to jobs with job training opportunities, providing financial coaching to address budgeting, banking, debt, and credit issues that can both drain families of resources and keep them from obtaining and sustaining employment. And third, providing greater stability to families as they search for work or maintain employment by facilitating access to other income support programs such as public benefits as well as privately offered benefits that may be available to the community and individuals may not be aware they're entitled to. This program's theory of change is that these 3 components braided together will enhance each other and promote greater outcomes than any single one of these efforts alone can do. So this morning, I'd like to acknowledge the contributions of our partners, board members, and donors joining this celebration today for the opening of this Family Financial Opportunity Center. While they're listed on the sponsor honor roll behind you, I'd like to formally recognize some of them as we proceed with this program. First, the FOC was jump-started with a multi-year congressional community-funded project award of $425,000 sponsored by Congressman Pallone, who is here today. Assembly Speaker Yvonne Lopez secured a $100,000 special appropriation for the FOC in the 2023-2024 New Jersey state budget. The City of Perth Amboy's Office of Economic Development, under the Mayor's leadership, has donated, as well as the Provident Bank Foundation, the Middlesex County Board of Commissioners, and Citizens Bank and Woodbridge Township as well, providing financial support. In addition, I want to acknowledge the Local Initiative Support Corporation, or LISC National, and LISC New Jersey for their program, technical and resource development assistance for our Financial Opportunity Center. And with acknowledgement of LISC's role in supporting the initiative, I will invite Sung Kim up. She is Senior Vice President of National Programs at LISC National to the podium. But first, let me introduce and tell you a little bit about Sung. Sung is the Senior Vice President at LISC and leads the National Program Unit, including child care, early learning, economic development, family income and wealth, and sports and recreation. She guides these programs in delivering technical and financial resources, thought leadership, program innovation, and scaling, and external partnerships with the aim to enhance LISC's impact in communities. Sung has led strategic expansion of LISC's national workforce and asset building initiative. She has championed community focus and data-driven approaches to pilot, test, and scale program strategies. Sung's thought leadership and commitment to communities is widely recognized and exercised in her service on advisory councils for the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, on its Community and Economic Development Subcouncil, and the board of the National Fund for Working Solutions. Earlier, Sung was Vice President of Fixed Income Analytics for A&B Financial Group in Chicago. She holds a bachelor's degree in economics and a master's in business administration, both from Northwestern. Let me welcome Sung. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to be here today. It's great to be part of such an esteemed group of folks, and I really appreciate just a chance to speak to you a little bit about our work and the network that you are joining. So first, I just want to start with a quote from Martin Luther King Jr., and it is that all life is interrelated. All people are caught in an inescapable web of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be, and you can never be what you ought to be until I am what I ought to be. And when I came across this quote in recent times, I felt just an enormous sense of gratitude to be working with the Local Initiative Support Corporation, or otherwise known as LISC. Thankful to be part of an organization whose mission it is to partner with community-based organizations and with residents in the community to ensure that resources exist so that all people have the opportunity to reach and achieve their full potential. So at LISC, we do this through a number of different means, both by capital investment, capacity building, technical resources, assistance and grants, and through one of my favorite programs, which is the Financial Opportunity Center model. I've been working with LISC in a number of different capacities. I'm sorry for that overly long bio, but through a number of different capacities for nearly 20 years now, specifically around this Financial Opportunity Center work, starting when I was a financial coach and the Near West Side CDC in Chicago, where I'm from, where I'm based, and had the opportunity to really partner with LISC around understanding what it takes to do this work and to do this work well. As you already heard from Larry, and it's great to hear other people talk about the model and the approach, the FOCs are really about integrating services, job training, job placement, financial coaching, access to income supports, to ensure that everybody has the opportunity to thrive. We know that a lot of times for families and individuals, the jobs alone are not enough to make ends meet. We really need to think through all the different resources that folks should have access to in order that they can achieve a level of financial opportunity and success. So I also wanted to just acknowledge that this is part of a statewide initiative. We are so excited that that this FOC in Perth Amboy is joining a part of a larger New Jersey network that covers 6 additional FOCs in places like Newark, Trenton, Camden, and Elizabeth, and that they can work together in a statewide network to collectively meet the needs of financial insecurity and to really promote economic opportunity across this amazing state. As you said earlier, this is a collaborative effort. LISC seeks out to join amazing high-capacity organizations like the United Way here in order to carry out the work, but we also know that the work doesn't happen in a vacuum. And so we are thrilled that your organization is one that is so steeped in setting up the kinds of partnerships, the kinds of networks that are so critical to help folks really achieve a level of success. And we also just want to acknowledge that this really does take the level of systems building as we think about your local workforce development system here, engaging with the school systems, with community colleges, technical training programs, in order to ensure that the workforce, and actually I should have said even maybe more importantly, with employers and with industries, to ensure that the local workforce ecosystem here is really designed in a way that it's inclusive and can meet the needs of everybody in Perth Amboy. The same goes for financial systems and every one of those systems that can really support family economic success. So I just also want to share a little bit, as I mentioned, I work with the LISC national team, have been involved in seeing the success of these programs on a national scale, and we're again very excited for this FOC here because we, in addition to wanting to provide some of the learnings from across the network, really want the opportunity to also learn from you to know what works well in Perth Amboy and with the community here and how that might inform the work that happens in other markets as well. You're joining a network of over 120 partner organizations across the nation. In 2023 alone, that network served over 25,000 individuals and supported folks to get jobs and achieve financial success. That comes in so many forms. It starts with balancing a budget, but it also depends on being able to build credit, to save, to build wealth. And I think in addition to that, we found that actually through this proven integrated model that over 70% of our job seekers were actually able to get a job and start their careers. And so we are very excited to see what's going to happen here in Perth Amboy as well. And the last thing that I just want to share with you are some of the long-term vision that we've been seeing. This is a program that survived for over 2 decades and we think has that longevity because of organizations like yours and communities like yours who embrace it and are willing to learn from the data and create a really innovative program. Some of the exciting trends that we've been seeing in other markets focus in on some of the infrastructure dollars that have come in, including those related to digital equity as well as related to the opportunities around green infrastructure and green jobs. On digital initiatives, we've had financial opportunity centers integrate access to broadband devices, digital literacy, digital coaching and navigation, and also creating career pathways in the tech field. And as it relates to green strategies, our nation is really seeing a historic investment in climate resiliency through both the IRA and a greenhouse gas reduction fund. And we're excited to see some of our partners expanding into bridges to green jobs work as well as building financial resilience for families and individuals to weather climate-related disasters and climate-related change. So with that, I just want to again take the opportunity just to thank both the leadership and staff at the United Way here in Central Jersey, as well as everybody who is joining with us today. I want to take the opportunity to just encourage continued support of the Financial Opportunity Center model, both here in Perth Amboy, broadly across the state of New Jersey, whether it's through advocacy, whether it's through opportunities to provide funding, or even something as simple as volunteering your time, whether it's thinking about how you leverage where you sit in order for us to really work together and to work collectively to create the lasting change that we need for a more equitable community. So with that, I just want to thank you.
Thank you so very much. It was great. My next introduction, I kind of feel like I'm introducing the Paul McCartney of Congress. Certainly,
he is.
He's got a huge body of work. He's improved all of our lives, and his bio reflects that. So we are very fortunate today to have Congressman Frank Pallone, who is serving in his 18th term. It's just an astonishing amount of accomplishments as we improve the life of everyone in his district, which wraps around down the Jersey Shore up through Middlesex County. And he represents the 6th district and covers most of Middlesex County as well as the shores, as I mentioned before. Throughout his career, Congressman Pallone has fought to make health care more affordable, accessible, and protect and strengthen Medicare and Medicaid, and make the country's food system safer. Mr. Pallone has also fought to protect New Jersey's environment, including protecting our coast from dangerous offshore drilling, holding corporate polluters accountable for Superfund cleanups, and bolstering coastal resiliency. He is also a champion of the state's commercial and recreational fishing industries. Mr. Pallone is the ranking member, that's the most senior member on the House Energy and Commerce Committee, which is the oldest standing committee in Congress in the House and has most broadest jurisdictions of any congressional committee. I mean, you think about commerce, that's everything in business, energy, everything in energy, and healthcare, including many others. His jurisdiction includes, but not limited to, issues pertaining to healthcare, energy, environment, commerce, food and drug safety, consumer protection, communications, and technology. During the 117th Congress, it was 2021 to 2022, as chairman of the committee, Congressman Pallone was a leader in the fight to pass the Inflation Reduction Act, the most significant climate law in history, and includes an unprecedented investments in clean energy, methane pollution reduction, the environmental justice that will help protect our communities, create jobs, and lower energy costs for American families. The law will also lower prescription drug and healthcare costs for millions of Americans, while finally empowering Medicare to negotiate the cost of life-saving prescription drugs for seniors, which Mr. Pallone has championed for years. There's a long list of accomplishments. Let me just give you a few.
No, that's enough.
Well, thank you very much for your support. It feels like it.
Thank you, Derek, but I have to shorten that bio. I don't know who sent you that one, but okay. But thank you, really. I appreciate what you said. I wanted to, kind of talk a little bit about why this, what we call a community project funding for this financial opportunity center is really important to me because a lot of times when you hear about the federal government getting involved in these community funding projects, the purpose of it is to try to improve the community. So we put money in the budget every year for different projects. The mayor knows we just did one the other day for the Veterans Field, right? And people tend to think of them more in terms of infrastructure, right? A sewer line, a lead pipe, a recreational field, library, things like that. But the ones that are for this financial opportunity center, in many ways, you could argue are even more important because they help people individually have a better life, right? And that's why I'm really happy that we were able to do this one in particular because it's, from what I understand in setting up this program, part of the federal dollars are going to go towards staff, towards equipment, and that type of thing. But I know a lot of what we talk about today is going to sound very bureaucratic, but it really isn't, in my opinion, because if you think about what Larry, is it Shun said, it's really three things. I mean, one is if people are going to be successful, they need a job. Second is they need some kind of education or skills in order to have that job. And then the third thing is they need to have, support at home. If they have children, they need to have food on the table. They need to have, health care for their kids. And when you get up in the morning, and I'm not trying to talk about myself because I'm older now, but when you get up in the morning, it's not just a question of going to work and getting prepared for work. You got to make sure that your family is going to have dinner on the table. That they're either going to go to school or they're going to go to daycare, whatever it is. So all these things are intertwined, and it's difficult sometimes to be successful if those resources are not there to do all those things. And that's what this is all about, right? And I also want to take into consideration the employers, right, the small businesses, because all I hear all the time from businesses, large and small, but particularly small, I can't get anybody to work. You know, there's a labor shortage. We have a labor shortage, is the reality. But it's not necessarily that there aren't enough people, although there really aren't, right? But it's also the fact that those people have to have skills in order for them to do the job. And so the education component in terms of job skills is also part of this. And also in terms of, other types of proficiencies, right? People sometimes don't have English language proficiency, which is important for a job. Or they want to become a citizen. And so you have, you're going to send them to citizen classes, right? Or to English class or whatever. These are all part of what's going to go on here, is the way I understand it. And so it is sort of this whole that's looking at the person so that they can have adequate income, so they can have support, so they can have a job, and they can find, and employers can find someone who has the skills to take the job on. And that sounds like a lot, but that's the way life is, right? You've got to integrate all these things every day in order to be successful in your career or in your life. And that's why I think this Financial Opportunity Center is so important. I always say, there's different ideologies, Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, whatever. But I think everyone, regardless of their party or their ideology, believes that America is the place of equal opportunity. But, you got Financial Opportunity Center as part of it. But in order for equal opportunity to work, people have to have skills and education and financial support in order to take advantage of that equal opportunity. So, I don't know, I just love what you're doing here. Thanks again.
Thank you, Congressman Colon. It's terrific. So next, we're honored with Mayor Helen Kappa, who is here. On January 8th in 2021, Mayor Kappa made history as the first elected mayor of Dominican Republic descent in the city of Perth Amboy. Great congratulations. Since taking office, Mayor Kappa has been addressing the significant challenges facing the city's financial conditions, budget deficits, and public health emergencies, such as COVID-19. He has rolled up his sleeves with tenacious effort to balance the city's budget while keeping in mind the highest priorities of the community's needs that make up a large Hispanic majority population. Mayor Kalba looks to reestablish Perth Amboy as one of the leading cities in Middlesex County through effective management practices, economic development, and the need to brand the city's major physical and economic and historic assets. Mayor Kalba's priorities include to create more equitable and prosperous city for all residents through collaboration with nonprofits, businesses, state and federal partners to move Perth Amboy forward. His vision to transform the workforce with skilled and innovative thinking for capacity development and growth is a key focus. Before becoming Perth Amboy's mayor, Mayor Kalba served as city councilman from 2016, worked as a high school paraprofessional with the Perth Amboy Board of Education, and was a business owner of the Fine Line Hair Studio, Healthy Choice Grill Restaurant, and Forever Young school uniforms. He was also a board member of the city's Arts Council, Municipal Alliance, and Historic Preservation Commission. Immigrating from the Vega province of the Dominican Republic since 1977, he is a Perth Amboy High School alumni. He attended Middlesex County College with a degree in marketing and advertisements. His parents, Jorge and Gladys Kalba, imparted a strong work ethic of integrity and empathy for others, leading by example, achieving the American dream of U.S. citizenship. Kalba believes that his strong family values and faith, compassion, and service has best prepared him as the city's new leader. He and his wife, Wendy, are the proud parents of their children, Adam and Audrey. Mayor Kalba served 10 years as the president of the Latin American Softball League. Boys or girls? Boys or girls?
Men.
Oh, men, okay, men's softball. Okay, easy pitching. Just kidding. Just kidding. Mayor Cowell's strong roots in Perth Amboy has provided opportunity to empower others around him with his history of civic engagement and community service. He currently serves as the chair of the Perth Amboy Democratic Organization and represents Ward District 11 as commissioner. He cares deeply about the city's future and is committed to help residents prosper during a critical time for cities across the United States and around the world. His creative vision not only will address the catalytic role local governments can play in solving climate change and equity, but leverage the rapidly changing technological, social, and economic change that keep Perth Amboy ahead. Mayor Cowell sets to build momentum for integration and transformation with innovation and renewed energy to Perth Amboy city government. And thank you, Mayor Cowell, for being here.
Good morning. Thank you, Larry. I didn't know my bio was that long.
Just a slow read.
Thank you and congratulations to you, to United Way of Central Jersey. And thank you and good morning to all of you. Thank you all for being here. You already mentioned it, Larry. It is really a united effort. And that's the thing, right? In the city of Perth Amboy, we're doing so many great things, providing so many programs, so many different services, but we're not doing it alone. That's what we want to make sure that everyone understands. We're not doing it alone. It really takes a team effort, whether it's local community partners, right, the representatives, the county level, state level, federal level. Congressman Colon, thank you for your commitment. You're representing all of us very well in Washington, D.C., not only our nation, but our district, and especially the city of Perth Amboy. So I want to thank you for all you do, along with, once again, everyone that's in this room. Everyone that's in this room really had a part of making this happen, making sure that this comes to fruition. And I want to thank Cecilia, United Way of Central Jersey, for taking that initiative and making the commitment to having this office right here in the heart of the city of Perth Amboy. So it's my honor and privilege to present United Way with a mayoral citation. This is presented to United Way of Central Jersey Family Financial Opportunity Center on the occasion of the grand opening in the city of Perth Amboy. We recognize and commend your dedication to empowering families, especially unemployed and underemployed parents, with crucial services like job assistance, financial advice, and federal program support. Congratulations and best wishes for your continued success and prosperity. Congratulations. Yes, and once again, our families in the city of Perth Amboy do have a bright future because of organizations like United Way, and once again, because of the partnership that we all have working together, working united. So once again, thank you everyone for being here, and I'm excited to continue working with each and every one of you. Thank you.
So next, we're on it today to have Julie Diaz, who's the Deputy Commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development. Julie Diaz is the Deputy Commissioner overseeing the areas of workforce development, information management, wage and hour compliance, public safety and occupational safety. Saying the word safety, we think I'm going to put this last thing here. Thank you.
Safety first.
Safety first, yeah. My kids call me Captain Caution. Anyway, so let me do that again. So because it's a tremendous scope. She's responsible for workforce development, information management, wage and hour compliance, public safety and occupational safety, and health and vocational rehabilitation services. In this capacity, she plays an instrumental role in ensuring that these programs create a level playing field for both workers and employers and contribute to a stronger and fairer economy in our state. From January 2018 to September 2022, Ms. Diaz was the New Jersey Department of Labor's Chief of Staff, where she helped to develop and implement the agency's strategic plan, as well as manage all aspects of internal operations. Her commitment to public service is exemplary and long-standing. Her political experience began with the grassroots campaign for then Senator Obama. Diaz's dedication to public service includes the position of outreach coordinator for the office of governor for John Corzine and chief of staff to New Jersey State Legislature. She proudly served as New Jersey's political director for local 32 BJSEIU, the Service Employees International Union, the largest property services union in the country. In addition, she served on various coalitions and boards that promote protections for immigrants, women equality, and worker protection. A native New Jerseyan, and as I learned earlier, she's a native Perth Amboy. She's hailing from Middlesex County. She holds an associate degree in business administration from our very own Middlesex County College. Julie.
Thank you. So yes, this is home. It's been home my entire life, so I'm super proud to be here sharing in this moment with everyone. I see a couple of high school people here that I haven't seen in years. So yeah, a pivotal moment for all of the residents of Perth Amboy and the surrounding areas, as well as we mark the opening of Middlesex County's first Family Financial Opportunity Center. So my thanks go out to everyone at the United Way of Central Jersey community stakeholders for making this possible, Congressman Malone, and also the colleagues at United States Department of Labor. Sorry, a lot of mics in the bit. The Middlesex County region is bustling with major employers in a diverse range of industries, from agriculture to manufacturing to healthcare and everything in between. And we want every New Jerseyan to have the ability to take part in those opportunities. From the start of the administration, Governor Murphy has championed a stronger and fair economy to benefit all residents. And I'm glad to have such dependable partners at the local levels like United Way of Central Jersey, who share in the vision of equality. You are the eyes and ears on the ground, working on the front lines with those who may be in difficult and transitional points in their lives, and I'm so grateful for your efforts. The vital employment services, financial education and coaching, and access to supports provided through the Family Financial Opportunity Center are a crucial piece of the mission of uplifting our residents and facilitating placement into gainful employment. And there's no better time to be a worker in New Jersey. It's not enough, and we've heard this here today, it's not enough to just have a job anymore. We want our workers to have careers with clear pathways to advancement and all the benefits and protections that come with being an employee in New Jersey. We're proud to say we have very strong fair minimum wage protections. We offer overtime, paid sick time, paid family and medical leave, workers' compensation, unemployment insurance, and equal pay. That's just to name a few. This all plays a part in a bigger agenda to make doing business in New Jersey beneficial for both workers and employers. And so far it's working. Today we have more workers and employers than ever in New Jersey's history, with nearly 4.4 million people working in the state. That's a record high. Over the course of the Murphy administration, New Jersey has seen a 20% increase in the total number of private work sites and nearly 30% growth among the smallest businesses with 5 employees or less. I'm grateful every day for the opportunity to collaborate with such partners like employers, education and training institutions, community stakeholders, and all of you here today who want to see our workers succeed and be treated with respect and the dignity that they deserve. I'm truly proud of all of you at United Way of Central Jersey for the incredible work you've been doing. The opening of Middlesex County's first Family Financial Opportunity Center will have both immediate and lasting effects to our workforce as residents gain essential tools and knowledge to stabilize, meet, and grow their financial and employment goals, and ultimately drive broader economic development and community prosperity. Your unwavering commitment, compassion, and dedication to improving lives and strengthening your community is unparalleled and serves as an inspiration to all those who must strive to do good in their society. You've truly demonstrated the power of collective action and proven the profound impact of selfless service as we all strive for a better future. So my heartfelt thanks and congratulations to all of you that make this happen.
Thank you very much, Julia. That's what it's all about, is helping people lead productive lives. Oh, thank you. But I lost it. Now it's upside down. So thank you very much. Those are great words. I do just want to once again recognize our funders for this program, sitting right in the front row, Congressman Colon, Mayor, and others who aren't here, but Yvonne Lopez from the State Assembly, as well as the Middlesex County Board of Commissioners, Provident Bank, Citizens Bank, Woodbridge Township, and I really, our heart goes out because it, like I said, it happens because we all unite. Nothing happens when we're standing alone. And so it's the power of being together, of being united, and that's what brought us here today. And so with that, are we going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony or pretend one, or no? Okay. No? Oh, okay. We are going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony. But before that, let me first properly introduce the folks from LISC over here. Judith Thompson-Morris is here. She's helped us. Judith is back there. Elijah Dixon. There's Elijah. He's the Senior Program Officer for Economic Development. And, Judith is the Deputy Executive Director. From United Way, our leader, Gloria Tansky, is here in the front. She's the president and CEO, and she's the person who has her ear closest to the ground, meaning closest to the communities, gets an understanding of the needs, and then works like crazy to bring resources to solve these problems. And so, I'd like to personally acknowledge Gloria here. Dale Callender is the Vice President of Community Impact. And she is the leader that organized and brought this center to life. Arturo Fuentes is the financial coach. He's in the back. Arturo also is willing to take on any job to make things work. So if you need to use the bathroom, he has the key. So you can ask him. Jenny Delisle Cali is an employment coach in the Financial Opportunity Center. And Janet Cruz, income support coach. And she also is a resource specialist for our Middlesex County Alliance for Children and Family Success. So that is our staff, and we want to thank you all very, very much. We are going to have a tour of the center itself, but we're going to do the ribbon cutting. Is that what you want to do?
Because we want our big service to be.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll do the ribbon cutting, and then if you can stay, there'll be a tour of the center. Auditorial, Jenny and Janet will lead that. So thank you all very, very much for your time today, and thanks again for uniting us around this effort. And thank you for hosting this here.
Anyone else? No? Okay. All
Ready
right,
to
so.
cut? All right, here we go.
Congratulations.